Yep.
2AC 1 and 2 is the counter-information in social services. It means federal poverty programs and includes Medicaid. That's our Bush and Pew evidence for our definition supplement. We have the only federal government definition, the only evidence that specifically addresses whether Medicaid is a social service or not. This is a key. This is a key limit definition qualities necessary to create predictable limits that shape the research burden for both sides and generate more education. These terms, all your position arguments, is also a reason why we are the statutory evidence that all the statutory evidence is babbling about the 2NC supplement B is they are from the top of the state's counterplan and mean tested programs already limits the topic extensively. Their interpretation leaves us with weak affirmatives which are solved mostly by states. His topic list includes things like weatherization, which are all obviously solved by states. We also don't lead to a limits explosion. We also don't lead to a limits explosion because all the advantage areas under Medicaid are essentially the same, which means you can just do this, just have a generic advantage counterplan and solve all of this. Prefer are still limited. Interpretation that allows for strong affirmatives allows for the affirmative to actually be the negative. Subpoint C is we're not actually topical. None of the parts of the affirmative are claimed from something is not topical. The plan claims all of our advantages from increasing hospital solvency. 2AC5. The plan is reasonably topical. Our inability to win offense on team means you don't vote us down if you think we're reasonably topical. Beating interpretation is uniquely worse and encouraged an arbitrary race to the bottom that limits out court cases. Also, his last violation just stupid. The plan is Medicaid, which means we are a means tested program that actually used federal laws as criteria. Now go to the racism advantage. We just conceded that states solve racism. We did not see that. We just conceded that states solve racism. We did not concede that we linked to this argument. Our 1AC solvency evidence disprove this argument. Also, any risk of this being an offensive argument is taken out by immigration. Will now go over to disease. We'll concede that human adaptation concede that human adaptation takes out disease. We're not going for this flow where there's no risk of offense on the immigration. Immigration is never lets our feet on our downs. Evidence is just better than any evidence he has in this question. Also, immigrants are coming over for jobs and wages, not social services, which is the reason why the link portion of his dissent goes away. Now to the bioterror flow, group bioterror flow, all their evidence is just the reason why terrorists won't attack the U.S. They can infect immigrant populations anywhere in the world and then sneak them over the border. That's our Achilles heel cross by read evidence here. Even if the attack isn't effective, the plan is key to actually having a good response because limiting the number of casualties affects what the U.S. response is. Not now go over to the econ flow. Even if stimulus money is flowing towards the states now, it does not help hospitals or that's an evidence indicates the plan is key to prevent hospital loss, which are going to crush the healthcare industry and long term. This is the key distinction. The 2AC2 is the U.S. is the key to the world economy with 33% of total output, and no one can support the world economy without us. This assumes all of his arguments. Also, World War I and World War II takes out any risk of his last argument. The reason countries actually went to war in World War II was because they wanted to increase their defense spending and boost their economy. Now go to the politics. That case outweighs and solves the impacts of the politics. This has subsequent A's time frame immigrant populations are streaming into the U.S. and contribute to the impacts of gas, Marietta, and Green. Even if passed, CTBT will take years to implement and solve. Subpoint B is probability, and the probability of a new disease or bioterror leading to extinction is higher than Newport. Dalton evidence sites of all physicists named Stephen Hawking. CTBT just can't prevent anything because important members like India won't sign. I'll get to that later. Subpoint C is magnitude bioterror disease outweigh Newport on a basic level because bioterror outweighs Newport on a basic level because everyone is threatened as opposed to only several countries in the WMDXA. And she says terms case group, the terms case arguments the plan. The plan solved because it increases hospital solvency, which means we can have a more effective response to all these terms case arguments. Also, CTBT does not lead to global cooperation. This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous argument. The fact that CTBT fails and the cooperation on CTBT fails even on WMD just proves that it's not going to spill over to other issues. Now go to the line by line group. The Union States CTBT won't pass now because it's a treaty, which means it requires a 2/3 majority. That means 67 votes. He has zero evidence that Democrats are going to get 67 votes. Now our Isaac's evidence is incredible in this question. It indicates that the Democrats may have 60 votes, but they still need 7 more. His only evidence is just rhetorical and says that Obama could get. It says that Obama's making their priority, but does not specifically cite vote count for this evidence because Isaac is a Washington insider. He has the best idea of what's going on. Go down to our Shaheen evidence. Our Shaheen evidence in the case that there's broad support for social services for immigrant special interest groups, and re-election proves this argument. Their evidence does not assume the election Republicans actually want to support immigrants because they know it's the only way they're actually going to get re-elected. The only way they're actually going to get re-elected in 2020 drop down to 2AC8. The CTBT is unverifiable. Proves the solvency is questionable. You should question the evidence that actually says it solves politics. It's impossible to know whether or not it will or whether or not countries are pulling the status quo. This takes out all their impacts arguments. That's our spring. extra spring evidence. Also, 2AC not as prolific slow states for retaliation, so they refrain from building WMDs. That's wall takes any risk of turns case argument.